What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and we're talking film time. Remember mail time on Sports Center? Mail time, film time. That's what we're doing today. And today is Nahshon Wright. Just basically wanted to drop some film on him and look at some things because basically I think he is his play is a step in the right direction for the Dallas Cowboys and the cornerback room. Obviously, he's a third-round pick, second-year player, hadn't got any kind of tick this past season so far. 3 games, significant snaps against Jacksonville and the Philadelphia Eagles. Main reason is because Anthony Brown went out, and Kelvin Joseph, the second-round cornerback, got benched. We saw his play. I'm going to show you their numbers right quick, but let's go to some film, and let me tell you what I really am excited about, let's say, Nahshon Wright's play going forward. So let's pull this up, get right into it. All right, there you see Nahshon Wright at the top of the screen right here. Now let's just go with it. Little hood style, but don't worry about that. You see him at the top of the screen right there. See him again at the top of the screen. There he is again right here. This is a good play and a good tackle. Boom, on Travis Etienne. You can see him come in and fill that hole. Not the most physical guy, but I like him because he will come up there and tackle you. He is long, 6'4". Look at that. Boom, good hit, good tackle. He is 6'4", 185 pounds, so he's not the biggest guy, as you can see right here. Not the biggest guy, but he will tackle you. He's not afraid, and he's it's like I said, I like the way he opens his hip, very fluid, and the way he plays. And you can see him again right here at the top of the screen. Trails him down. But like I said, I like his fluidity and his back pedal. Good reaction. I think he's a good zone defensive back. Can play you on man. Doesn't have good long speed, but good enough speed. You can see right here. This is a play where it looks like Trevin Diggs got a little frustrated because it looks like one of those guys was supposed to break on him. And that was a big third down play. But considering he came out fresh with no kind of significant snaps, the way he played in this game, as you can see, like I said, like the way he pushes off, flows into his little zone sector. I think he plays that zone very well, opens his hips well, fluid. You can see right here. This is a good hit right here. Boom, good hit. Jars the ball loose. We'll see that again. Let's take that back. Right here. Good hit. Jars the ball loose on a big play. You can see him right here again. Like I said, he is fluid in and out of his break. He can play that zone very well, and with his length, he can get those interceptions playing in that little soft area. You can see him right here. Caught by Christian Kirk on him. Got to make that play. But as I said before, when he's playing that cover 2 and that cover 3, you saw him a lot of in nickel, heavy dime. In that Philadelphia game, you saw a lot of him. He played like 30 cover snaps. You can see him right here. I like this. Look how he flows with it. I like how he flows with it. See how he's in and out of his breaks. It's smooth and it's clean. It's not choppy. That's what I like about him, especially for his height. And as I said, came in the air in Jacksonville and played significant snaps with no kind of tick, and he played well in my opinion. He got better as the game went on. He's not a slot guy. He's an outside guy, and that's why I didn't see him. You can see him at the bottom of the screen right here against Devontae Smith. He's not a slot corner. You can see all his significant snaps on the outside, so that's why you didn't see him get a lot of tick this season. You can see him right here because he was just basically buried on the depth chart. Unless he was playing out of his mind, there was no way he was going to get on the field. So injuries have opened the door for him, and I'm not saying he's kicked it in, but he hasn't ran away from it as well. He hasn't ran away from the opportunity to step up and become a better player. You can see right here. He had a pass breakup in this game. You can see him at the bottom of the screen. I like that. I like how he plays his zone. He plays his zone very well. You can see again right here on Devontae Smith matched up. See him at the bottom of the screen. He got that catch on him. But I like his reaction time. And he does turn his head around when he gets beat deep. Even though he has gotten beat deep, he does turn that head around. You can see him at the bottom of the screen right here with Devontae Smith. This is a good pass breakup right here. Boom. That's where that length comes in handy. Not Devontae Smith. I think that was on Quez Watkins. And you can see it right here on the good pass breakup on Quez Watkins. You can see him at the bottom of the screen. Quick break off. Even though these catches are getting caught on him, these are only for like 4 or 5 yard gains. As I said before, his numbers right now in these 2 significant games he's had against Philadelphia and Jacksonville, 6 of 11 targets for only 50 yards, only 8.3 yards per catch on him. That's one of the best on the team. I know it's only short, as you can see him playing right here. I know it's only a short time, but Kelvin Joseph, at the same token, he's played 100 pass coverage snaps, and you can see right here, good break off. He's played 100 pass coverage snaps. He's given up 12 receptions on 18 coverage snaps, for 228 yards, 19.0 yards per pass play. You can see Wright get physical on his play. Devontae Smith is not the biggest guy, but I still like how he threw him off and came in there and made the play. But that's the biggest difference. Kelvin Joseph, that's why he got benched. 12 of 18 targets for 228 and 19 yards against you. When Nahshon Wright comes in, 6 of 11 for 50 yards. You can see him right here. Good hit on Devontae Smith for only 50 yards and 8.3 yards. Yeah, and like I said, he's getting better. And this is the time, if you're going to ever have an injury for one of your top player in the secondary, and Anthony Brown was for Dallas, you'd rather it happen right now, because now you got 4 games of some good time, and it's at the end of the season. So, as you can see right here against Devontae Smith again, Tennessee will be a good game for him. Washington will be a good game for him. These last 2 games, especially in this Philly game, because it meant something. That was a meaningful game. That Jacksonville game was meaningful. So those were meaningful snaps he's getting, and I feel like it's only going to help him and the team down the line. And as I said before, his play that he's doing right now is in a step in the right direction. He doesn't run away from it. Like I said, he has gotten beaten deep. You saw it in the preseason. You see him come up here and make the hit. But he does have the awareness to turn his head around. If he can turn his head around quicker and become even more instinctual on those plays, he can get interceptions, because we saw him get some interceptions, I think his rookie year. He was turning up a little bit. And even in the training camp, he was turning up with using his size, getting up there, breaking up balls. So especially in that red zone, that's where you can see him really being effective in the game for you. As you can see in him, he was matched up with Devontae Smith playing in that zone again right here. Probably shouldn't have let that happen, but your safety's got to give you the help. But he played his zone. Like I said, he's a very good cover zone cornerback. I think he's getting better with the more reps he's getting. And I think we can feel better heading into the postseason with him, rather than you can say Kelvin Joseph and not feeling like you're just going to get turned up and killed. As you can see right there, how he helps you in the red zone, what he can do and what he can add for the team. Now, let me show you just these numbers right quick before I get off of here, and then I'm out. All right, so here's what I was talking about with your guys right here. Look at the numbers and don't worry about the names. The numbers will match up to the names. Kelvin Joseph is number 1, obviously. Nahshon Wright is number 25. And Anthony Brown is number 3. Right? So here's Nahshon Wright's numbers. Number 25, you can see him across the board. 3 games, 49 pass coverage snaps, 11 targets, 6 receptions, 54.5 for only 50 yards. Anthony Brown, there's his pass coverage snaps in 12 games. Really not bad. 54% completion percentage for 561 yards. 12 yards of pass play. Not terrible. His numbers were actually trending for what he was last year, and he had a career year last year. But then when you get down to Kelvin Joseph, this is why he's sitting the bench, and this is why he's a disappointment. This is why he may not be on the team too much longer if he continues to play like this. Obviously, he'll probably get another chance next year, but probably after next year, that might be the wrap. But this is where you see, got to step up. These are the numbers. 19 yards of pass play, worse on the Dallas Cowboys roster as far as cornerbacks. 228 yards given up. you see the difference, and you see why Nahshon Wright has come in and played. And he's played with passion to me. He's played in. He didn't sulk. You didn't hear him say anything. Came right in. And I feel like he's getting better the more reps he's getting. And I feel like, especially in this Tennessee game, if they're resting starters, if they're resting guys, this will be still good, significant snaps for him. And this Washington game, especially if Carson Wentz is playing and there's still playoff implications on the line for them, I still would like to see him go against some of the Jahan Dotson, Scary Terry, those guys, so he can get ready for what he's going to see in the playoffs. But for right now, I like the direction he's heading. I like what we've seen in the small sample. I feel like his confidence is growing, and as long as we continue to see that, I think Dallas will be good heading into the playoffs, so we can feel better with Nahshon Wright in the lineup now, better than it was early in the season. So with that, just my quick thoughts on it. Check me out later on, Big Game James.